Hey, what's up guys? I'm Hunter SC, and this is just going to be another short update video for Diablo 3. There's a really interesting new feature that's being added very soon, and I just went through this post on D3 Inc. Gamers, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. So I'm just going to tell you, first sort of what's going on. Apparently, there's a new mechanic that increases your magic find and gold find as you kill elite mobs and champion mobs. So the champion mobs are the ones that glow in yellow and they drop, rare loot and they're extra strong. And then there are elite mobs as well, and they're usually kind of blue and they've got some special monster affixes as well. In either case, they're just stronger mobs, they drop better loot, and with this new mechanic that is currently being called Nephilim Valor, you accumulate more and more gold find and magic find as you kill off successive elite and champion mobs during your playthrough. So, if you're going on a nice marathon session in game and you're clearing all of Act 2 or 3 or whatever, doesn't really matter. You sort of accumulate more and more magic find and gold find as you go, and you're just going to get more gold. You're going to get better loot the longer that you play. Now, um, as far as I understand, this mechanic was in the game already without like formal documentation or formal proof or evidence, but it is now being changed, and we've got the original tool tip here. It says defeating an elite pack has increased your magic find and gold find. And the new one reads defeating an elite pack has increased your magic find and gold find. But there's this second piece here. This effect ends if you change skills. Now, this is a very large incentive for players to pick their active skills and passive skills, I would assume, in a smart manner. I mean, it discourages you from switching up your skills regularly. So you're going to want to develop a strong all-around build that you can sort of commit to, start playing, and man, don't change it because it's going to reset your magic find and gold find, and that is, I mean, obviously really detrimental. So I think that Blizzard's sort of trying to tie this in to making the bosses a little bit more significant, as I'm sure you're all aware at this point. In Diablo 3, it is not encouraged for you to do boss runs. Like in Diablo 2, I mean, the most common thing would just to be to do meth runs over and over and over again. You could go kill Mephisto in like 60 seconds, do it 100 times, get some, really great loot from it, and, there was nothing really preventing you from exploiting the farming mechanics in Diablo 2. So, I mean, that has changed a lot since Diablo 3. They're discouraging boss farming. I mean, first of all, it's more difficult to farm bosses. It just takes a lot longer. The way the waypoints are set up, it just takes a lot longer to do, and also the boss drops are nerfed very significantly. The first time you kill a boss, the first time and only time, you will get really nice gear, at least a rare or two, and probably a lot more, in the actual retail version and in the later bosses. But for any subsequent kills after you've completed the boss quest, you get like, nothing too exciting really, and it really doesn't make it worthwhile. So in Diablo 3, they're really going to have you focusing on killing off the elite monster mobs and champion monster mobs, in order to farm the best gear. This new Nephilim Valor feature is going to sort of tie it all together, and it just sort of outlines how we should be farming, and it's going to force players to really commit to the active skills that they choose, because again, if you switch any of them, active and maybe passive as well, you get that gold find and magic find bonus reset, and that's a very large disincentive, and I am glad that it is there. I wonder if you are glad as well, because some players like to have freedom, of being able to swap in and out whatever active skills they want, trying out lots of different stuff. But at the same time, there are players, and these are sort of more of the quote unquote purists, those, veterans from Diablo or Diablo 2 that much prefer the idea of really investing in your build, committing to your skills. And I mean, up until this point, before this announcement, there really was no incentive, Like it would just be so situational. You could change skills like one room at a time, clear out certain zones with a set of skill A, and then, before you enter the boss chamber, switch up all your skills so that it's perfectly tailored for the boss battle. And I mean, I don't like that, and I mean, I'm certainly, I guess, leaning towards the purist side given my history with Diablo. But I sort of wonder what you think as well, if you think this is a good addition or not, creating disincentives for regular skill swapping. I'll post a link to this article as well. It does go into a little bit more detail, kind of a funny little meme at the end there with Jay there. I actually enjoyed that quite a bit. It's pretty funny. Anyways, yeah, the link for this will be in the description if you want to read more about it. But I really sort of covered the core concepts that were discussed here, and apparently we're going to be getting more details soon. I mean, a lot of these details that we have at this point are really just from data mining, and I mean, Bashiok did respond to it, as you can see here, and I mean, we should be seeing at least an update about it in the near future. Maybe it'll be implemented in the beta soon as well. I think they are still working on it. The only thing is that I think that the development team really does want to tie it in with boss battles, and I think their ultimate goal would be, okay, let's have, if a player wants to farm loot, let's make the best way to do it to go through the act or a portion of the act and focus on killing off elites and champions, and then after you've killed a good number of high level packs on your way to the boss, go for that boss fight, and maybe with a nice pooled bonus of magic find, you can in fact get decent drops from the boss. But that is really the only piece of this video that is kind of speculation. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm Hunter SC. Peace out.